Okay, everybody, so in the first half of this, I realized that my face was not in the camera view, and so I'm just going to crop it all out and just show you the product. So as you can see, I covered the bowl in plastic wrap. It has been sitting in my oven with the light on for 90 minutes up underneath some plastic wrap, and it has definitely doubled in size, so we're good there. So what we're going to do now is take the plastic wrap off, but we're going to save it because we're going to need to cover our pans for the second 90-minute rise. We're going to go ahead and put some flour down. And I've got some flour right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some of that down to be able to roll my dough out. And I'm going to also go ahead and spray my pans. And I'm just using some olive oil spray. So just go ahead and lightly spray the pans. I'm just going to sit them over to the side for now. So I'm going to pour out my dough and pinch it down, and then go ahead and just pour this out onto this surface. That dough smells so good. All right, put this out of the way, and I'm going to get my rolling pin right here. A good old rolling pin. And just get a little flour on the dough so that it doesn't stick. And now I'm just going to roll this out, and you can make it as thick as you want it or as thin as you want it. And try to get it into somewhat of a triangle if you can. Just smoothing it out just a hair there. Mine looks more oval shape, but I can come back in and kind of bring it more into a triangle. All right, now I'm going to take my softened butter and I'm going to spread it all over the dough. I'm just going to cut off some chunks here and there. Kind of want the stick. And so that was about 4 tablespoons, and I'm going to go ahead and do about 6 tablespoons total. And now I'm just going to rub it all in to this dough. Some of it is colder than what I like, but my hands will warm it up, so that's okay. Just remember, your hands are your best tool. Don't be afraid to use them. Get that all smeared on there. And I may not need all 6 tablespoons, and so I may just put this all to the side, what I don't need. I think I will. So I would say about 4 tablespoons is what I'm using for this recipe. And you can use a brush if you'd prefer. Let me wash this off my hands. I have a top somewhere. There it is. All right. And so now I've got 1 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon that I've already measured out, that I'm going to combine them in this bowl right here. And if you don't use it all, that's okay. You can just put it in a shaker for another time. Make cinnamon toast out of it or whatever you want to. But I like to spread mine on pretty heavily. So we want that cinnamon sugar to be good and mixed up, and any kind of cinnamon works. You can use whatever you got. Just make sure it's good and mixed up. Okay, and now I'm just going to sprinkle that all over this dough right here. If you could smell it, it smells so good. And come around these edges right here. Now I know a lot of people will say, "Whoa, that's some thick dough," and it is. You can roll it out as thin or as thick as you want, and I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of that out right there. Now I'm going to kind of pat this sugar in to that butter and dough. Make sure it's good and on there. Just like that. And that also pats out your dough a little bit more. All right. And now I am going to pick up this side, and I am going to roll it, and pick up this side, and roll it again, then again, just like that. And then I'm going to take this side, and I'm going to stretch it and pinch it. Just like this. Bring it all the way to the top. And pinch this all together. Just like that. And brush off some of this flour. Okay. Now, I just like to make sure it's good and sealed. Now we're going to lay the seam side down in the pan. Now let me tell you what's great. You can take this, you could half it and make 2 loaves of bread, or do what we're doing and make some cinnamon rolls. So I've got, I'm gonna move this out of my way. I've got my floss, and I'm going to cut my cinnamon rolls with floss, but you can use bench scraper. You can use whatever you got. And I'm going to make these pretty big. So we're just going to lay them right here in the pan, just like that. I like to smush them down. Make them all join together. Whoops. Now I do try to keep them pretty even, but sometimes that's not as easy as it seems. So press these down like that. Can't y'all just smell these already? Can't hardly wait. Now, sometimes they want to fall apart because I didn't get a good press on it, and so I'm just gonna put that just like that. And sit that down in the pan, press it in, just like that. And then I think I can do one more that might be smaller. So let's do a smaller one for that one. And there we go. See if we can get that one tucked in here. There we go, just like that. And we're gonna put these back under the light in the oven and let them rise one more time. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of these, and I think I'm gonna make these a little bit smaller, and I may gift them to somebody. So let's see. Cut these. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna cut these just a little bit smaller, I think. They are gonna be so good when they come out of that oven and they get their glaze on them. Now, sometimes you can just take and just put butter over the top, melted butter. If you want to do that, that's good. You can really just do whatever you want to with these. They're pretty easy. See if I can tuck one more right up in there. And then I think I can get this last one. I'll have a little bit of dough left over, but that's okay. So I'll tuck that one in, give those all a good little pat, and there's those. And I might see if I can just tuck that one right in there just like that. So these are going to go back in, and we are going to let them rise one more time, and then we will put them on to bake, and I'll see you whenever they're finished.